the singular, the sensational Dame Edna Everage. I just wondered on that, the sort of the female sexuality thing. I mean,
onto that.
When a person reaches a certain age, and you are 60, is it?
I'm approaching 60.
Approaching 60.
But I'm approaching 60 from the wrong direction. Well, sexuality is... It's never been an important thing in my life, no. Sharon.
Why?
You're a raunchy little woman, and... You are too, Judy, I know. But I have drives, I have juices. You know, my gynecologist looked up this morning and he said to me...
He said what?
He said I was still capable of breastfeeding.
Oh, dear. Ladies and gentlemen, ever windswept, endlessly interesting, Billy Connolly!
Isn't he nice?
Oh, he's nice, isn't he? Yes,
he's nice. He's my chum. He's my very pal.
Yes.
I tell you, we went to Japan to do the samurai, and I just arrived. I was in the hotel. I was telling them earlier, and I was watching the news on Japanese television, and I wasn't making much of it, you know. It was very interesting, you know. It's because all over the world, newsmen sound like newsmen, but even you don't know what they're talking about. And the same as disc jockeys. You know, if you're in Afghanistan and you hear a disc jockey, you don't understand the language, but you know he's talking crap, you know. But I was watching the... I'm sorry. I was watching...
It was like shooting with him. I always have to stay in character, make sure you don't know what he's going to say.
I was watching the news. And of course, they led up to this thing that we're going to talk about, which was him. But I didn't know, you know, because it was Japanese. And a white aeroplane came on the screen, like from the front, you know, coming on the screen, this white, and the door opened, and he looked out and smiled, and the hair flopped like that, and I thought, Jesus, I fancy him myself. That thing, and they'll ting. And his mother's the same. This is my mother. Ting. The whole family.
Aye, all right, Barbara. Sweetheart. Take what you like. Help yourself. Oh, come here, gorgeous soul. No tongues, no tongues.
How are you?
You're good, lovely. Thank you, darling.
Anything else you've been doing we should know about?
I've been doing lots. Well, then I decided, I thought, well, you've still got a womb, Lil. I thought, yes. You know. Cheap audience in here tonight, haven't you? I'm coming for a warm. I thought, well, I'll carry another woman's eggs for them. I don't mean I had a market stall, you know what I mean? No, for lesbian couples who couldn't have children. I had 18, yes.
18 what?
Babies in a period of 3 years. Oh, I was prolific. What? I had to have my pelvic floor laminated, I'm telling you. I did, Barbara. I'm telling you. They shot out, seriously. There's lesbian couples all over the country delighted because of me. I sold 2 on eBay, wherever you are.
She's the funniest woman in the world by a mile. Ladies and gentlemen, Joan Rivers.
Leave me. Sure, go off the air, you son of a bitch.
Why are you upset?
Because I love to come over here and do your show. I have been doing your show, I would say, on and off for 12 years. And I've been keeping everything you ever gave me in the closet, right next to Tom Cruise. And I went in... Oh, grow up. And allegedly, you have given out... You know, every guest gets gifts. I don't know if the audience knows this. There's always little gifts.
Yes.
And they have always been shitty. And, you know, you have to say, you would give a welcome mat to Anne Frank. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, you know, look at a t-shirt. One year I flew 6,000 miles. A t-shirt. Winona Ryder wouldn't shoplift this. Oh, the cookies. They gave out German cookies. I'm a Jew. These they fed to Jews at Auschwitz. They are so accessible. What else did you give me? Did you ever get the candles? Well, I had to say thank you for this little pathetic... I brought that to Madame Tussauds. They couldn't make Elaine Page out of this. It goes on. You see here? Elaine, stop that.
Mind you, can you identify Sharon a little bit? You know how we used to, if we're a little bit lonely, sometimes we'd lean on the...
Spin dryer?
Yes, the spin dryer.
In fact, the top of mine has a big dent in it.
We'd kick it into that fast cycle. It's called white goods abuse, as a matter of fact. You'd be amazed how many women, really...
Now, what's this rumour that there is about Mr. O'Grady killing you off?
Don't talk to me about that four-eyed fruit. I've had enough of it. I never watched the Paul O'Grady show, Barbara. I know he's a pal of yours, and I don't want to speak ill of him.
Yeah.
I'm a Richard and Judy girl.
Oh, are you?
I'll tell you why. I'm not watching that shite with somebody with a chicken and a dog. I'm on business. Richard and Judy, because you can have a bevy. No, with the wine club. You know Judy can't wait till 6 o'clock to have a bevy. Yeah, the wine club. So... I sit there, Michael, 6 bottles of Blue Nun. I'm unconscious by 6:30.
I'm in the elevator feeling, well, you look the best you can now, Bill. Let's go for it. Because even big, fat, ugly people, there's a point when they're getting ready, they go... Right. You know what I mean? You know, there's the guys that do that thing, you know. And so I'm the best I can be, and I'm in the elevator feeling, you know, windswept and interesting. And the women are very attractive, kind of middle-aged. I don't like saying middle-aged, because when you tell somebody they're middle-aged, if they're in the middle, you're presuming you know where the end is. And I kind of don't like that. But she was a very attractive American woman, kind of maybe 40-ish, around there. Although I can't very well tell what people are anymore at their ages. But she was standing there, and I went, hello. You know that elevator behaviour? Although my very favourite is to stand behind people and go. And then lick the back of their necks. But This is it. You may not believe that this is the absolute shit. Some people have nerve that you're glad you don't have in your tooth. You know what I mean? She's standing there, and I went, "Hello, how you doing?" She said, "Just fine." And there was a wee silence, and then she says, "Bad hair day." I said, "No. Fat ass dick."
I mean, it makes me very sad you're leaving, but at least damn shit.
Well, I'm sad because I've always enjoyed our encounters.
Yes, well, I always hoped one day. Yeah, Mary, whereas your wife is attractive, but, you know, she was getting older, something could have happened. She could have been hit by a bus that I paid. It could have been you and me.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever have a slug in bed? Did you ever have a woman who doesn't move? Did you ever make love to someone who was snoring? You got a whole different attitude.
Was this you? You're not talking about your own sex life, are you?
No, my sex life, thank God, is amazing. Yes, I mean, you look at me, I orgasm at least 9 to 10 times a week. It's perfect. I wish I had a partner. It would be perfect.
Before I go into this rant, I love the French.
I know.
I've stripped at the Lido. And seriously, some of my best customers have been Frenchmen. Really, they are. The girl's got to earn a living. I'm sorry, folks. I know it's Christmas night, but there you go. Tough shit. I've got to earn a living. We were queuing to buy a T-shirt. I said to Amanda, shove it in your bag. Don't worry about it. We're in this shop. Just as we're getting to the till, this French fella jumped in. And Amanda said, "Excuse me, we're queuing." He said, "This is France." He said, "We don't queue. If you don't like it, go back to your own country." Oh. Said, "Pity you didn't say that, pal, when the Germans invaded Paris in the war." Bloody well did.
Really?
Don't give me your French resistance, you're all me arse. It was Violet Sasbo and Odette came over and bailed you out. You've got no bleeding spine, you shower. Edith Piaf, a drunken slut, Chevalier, an old collaborator. Bardo, a fascist. Piss off, I said. No, nothing like it.